So today I have for you what today I have for you Sarojni Naidu, and you will come to know about his life. You will come to know about her life, his biographical study, her work, and remember that ki Sarojini Naidu, a well-known, not only she was a well-known literary figure of India, she was not only a poetess, but she actively participated in Indian national movement, and she was the first lady governor of uh, India. Lady governor of India means ki, in any state of India. So that is the political career of that poetess. But being the student of literature, how do we take that lady? Being the student of literature, we take that lady as a, you can say, as a uh, poetess, especially her contribution in the field of literature, what the poems have been composed by that lady. So these are the significant points which we have to go. Now I would like to tell you what we have to do. Just sharing some image and some information about that lady. You will come to know what she was, when she was born, when she died, and what she did. Yeah. I think now you see this image. This is the image of Sarojni Naidu. आज की क्लास में we are going to talk about Sarojni Naidu, and this is the image of Sarojni Naidu, and she was a patriot. She was the first lady governor in any state of India. You will come to know which state, and you also find that she was a poetess. So, being the student of literature, we must know about her life. We must know about her career. We must know about about her career and especially her contribution in the field of literature. So I just shared only the image because you will be able to recognize this lady who was she and what she did. Now sharing you another image, and this image I have taken from Wikipedia, and what the link I shared from Wikipedia. So most of the things I have covered from Wikipedia. Here you find that. Now just closing this image and sharing you another image. Now this is the image of Sarojini Naidu. Now you just understand what do you find there. She was a lady, a poetess, a governor. She has a political career. She was a well-known poetess. She contributed in the field of literature. So many things you find. Now sharing about her life, and you find here. And what do you find here? What was done by that lady? You find that Sarojini Naidu, uh, here you find what was she was personal details. If you go, you find that she was born on 13th February 1879. So you find she was born on 13th February 1879, and Sarojini Naidu, Sarojini Chattopadhyay. सो यू फाइंड कि उसका उनका जो पूरा नाम था वो क्या है, सरोजनी चट्टोपाध्याय, एंड बॉर्न ऑन 13 फरवरी 1879, हैदराबाद स्टेट, ब्रिटिश इंडिया, नाउ इन तेलंगाना, इंडिया, नाउ इन तेलंगाना. And you find that that state is where that state is in Telangana. Hyderabad is the capital of Telangana. Telangana is a new state, एक नया राज्य बना है. और you find that कि she died on 2nd March 1949. 2nd March 1949 को she died aged 70, और कितने साल की उम्र में, 70 साल की उम्र में. So these are two important informations about Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu was born on 13th February 1879, Hyderabad State, British India, now in Telangana, India. Died on 2nd March 1949, aged 70, लखनऊ. और कहाँ पे डेथ हुई है? लखनऊ में, यूनाइटेड प्रोविंस, डोमिनियन ऑफ इंडिया, प्रेजेंट डे उत्तर प्रदेश. जब उस समय उनकी डेथ हुई थी तो उसे जो है क्या कहा जाता था, यूनाइटेड प्रोविंसेस डोमिनियन ऑफ इंडिया, यूपी को कहा जाता था। नाउ करेंटली दैट इज नोन एज उत्तर प्रदेश। नेशनैलिटी इंडिया, इंडियन, शी वाज born Indian. Political party Indian National Congress, she also joined Indian National Congress, and she was the wife of Govind Rajulu Naidu. So you find these information, you find these things. Here, I just want to ask some significant point. I just want to know the lady whom we are discussing. She was a dramatist or poetess. जिस लेडी को हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, was she a dramatist or poetess?
Poetist.
She was a, yeah, she was a poetess. She was a poetess. वह एक कवित्री थी. And I just want to know, when was she born? When was she born?
13
Sir, 13
February
February 1879.
13 February 1879. Hyderabad. Hyderabad State, British India, Telangana. Where she died?
1879.
2 March 1949.
2 March 1949 in Lucknow.
Yeah, yeah, 2nd March 1949, aged 70, Lucknow. So these you find. And what was the name of her husband?
His husband name
Govinda.
Govindra.
Yeah, Govinda Rajulu Naidu. Govinda Rajulu Naidu. So you find these things. And what do you find? You find these things. He born on 13th February 1879, died 2nd March 1949, nationality Indian, and spouses Govinda Rajulu Naidu. These things you find. Now just sharing you another picture related to this poetess, another content, another image, and that is a you will come to know about her career. Now, in the next image, you will come to know about her career. Now, in these two images, you find especially a picture, that was a picture of Sarojni Naidu, and the second sheet which I shared with you, you came to know about her life, death, about her husband, in which stage she was born, and in which stage she died. All these informations you got. Now in the next, you will come to know about her career. आप उनके career के बारे में जानेंगे. And you find here, Sarojini Naidu born in a Bengali family. वो कौन सी फैमिली में उनका जन्म हुआ था? बंगाली फैमिली में. बॉर्न इन बंगाली फैमिली इन हैदराबाद. हैदराबाद के एक बंगाली फैमिली में उनका जन्म हुआ था. बॉर्न इन अ बंगाली फैमिली. एंड यू फाइंड in Hyderabad, Chattopadhyay was educated in Madras, London, and Cambridge. It's a very important thing कि that time when most of the people don't believe that women or girls should be educated. That time, Chattopadhyay means this lady got education in Madras, London, and Cambridge. Following her time in England, where she worked as a suffragist, she was turned to Indian National Congress movement for India's independence from British rule. And the lady also joined what? The lady also joined Indian National Movement, Indian National Congress for India's independence from British rule. She became a part of the Indian nationalist movement and became a follower of Mahatma Gandhi. Now you are just getting her political career. सबसे पहला चीज की उनका जो जन्म हुआ था, शी वॉज बॉर्न इन अ बंगाली फैमिली, और कहाँ पर? हैदराबाद में. चट्टोपाध्याय वॉज एजुकेटेड इन मद्रास. उनका जो एजुकेशन हुआ मद्रास में, लंदन में, एंड कैम्ब्रिज में. एंड शी ज्वाइंड इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस एंड एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेटेड टू मेक इंडिया फ्री फ्रॉम ब्रिटिश रूल. जितना भी आपने देखा अभी तक, चाहे इफ यू टॉक अबाउट आर के नारायण, मुल्क राज आनंद, या if you talk about Arbindo Ghosh, if you talk about Rabindranath Tagore, now this lady, you find that they all were associated with what? They all were associated colonial India during British Raj, uh, and especially they contributed in Indian national movement, and they joined Congress. These things. She became a part of the Indian nationalist movement and became a follower of Mahatma Gandhi and his idea of Swaraj. And she was much influenced by Gandhi's vision, by Gandhi's mission, and by Gandhi's dream, and by Gandhi's idea. And what was that? That was Swaraj. Mahatma Gandhi has written a beautiful book, Hindu Swaraj, which is in our syllabus in BA third year. BA third year में है, and in that book, Gandhi tells how India would be after getting freedom. किस तरह का भारत होगा, भारत में कैसे लोग रूल करेंगे, what will be the situation of the villages of India after its independence, and what will be the condition of women. What, so you find that that's a manifesto of Gandhi, and in that book, Gandhi just imagines how India would be after getting freedom. So you find that she was much influenced by Mahatma Gandhi and just joined Congress, and much influenced by the idea of Swaraj. She married Govinda Rajulu Naidu, a general physician in 1898. So already you got this information. गोविंदा राजुलू नायडू जो कि एक जनरल फिजिशियन से उनकी उनसे शादी होती है. शी वॉज अपॉइंटेड एज द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ द इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस. एक क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है और एक बहुत बड़ा सम्मान है कि she was appointed as the president of the Indian National Congress in 1925. 1925 ईस्वी में उनको क्या किया गया? अपॉइंट किया गया. क्या अपॉइंट किया गया? शी वॉज अपॉइंटेड एज द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ द इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस. इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस का उनको प्रेसिडेंट अपॉइंट किया गया. यह एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज रहा. एंड शी गॉट दिस पोस्ट इन 1925. इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस का प्रेसिडेंट होना उस समय जबकि वीमेन एजुकेशन को लेकर के देयर वाज अ स्टीरियोटाइप फीलिंग, अ टैबू टाइप ऑफ आइडिया यू फाइंड कि women should not be educated. That time she got education in Madras, London, Cambridge, and at so many places. And she joined the Indian National Congress. And the same thing you find here, all these things. So she was appointed as the president of the Indian National Congress in 1925, and later became the governor of the United Provinces in 1947. 1947 में उनको गवर्नर बनाया गया था यूनाइटेड प्रोविंसेस इन 1947. यूनाइटेड प्रोविंसेस का मतलब उत्तर प्रदेश का. उनको उस समय उत्तर प्रदेश का नाम उत्तर प्रदेश नहीं था बल्कि उसको क्या कहा जाता था? यूनाइटेड प्रोविंसेस. So these are the two important information which you have to keep in your mind. कि she got the post of president of the Indian National Congress in 1925, and she was appointed the governor of the United Provinces in 1947, becoming the first woman to hold the office of governor in the Dominion of India. जो डोमिनियन ऑफ इंडिया था, जो भारत, जो ब्रिटिश राज था उस समय जो है वो पहली लेडी गवर्नर थी. पहली लेडी गवर्नर थी, बिकमिंग द फर्स्ट वुमेन. ये दो तीन चीज आप चाहे इसको जीके की शक्ल में ले लीजिए, चाहे किसी भी शक्ल में ले लीजिए, बट यू हैव टू कीप दीज थिंग्स इन योर माइंड. नायडूज पोइट्री. सो हियर आई जस्ट वांट टू नो, अभी तक जो मैंने आपको बताया, आई जस्ट वांट टू आस्क अ क्वेश्चन कि इन विच फैमिली शी वाज बोर्न. In which family she was born?
Bengali family.
She was born in Bengali family. Which state she was born?
In Hyderabad.
Hyderabad, Chattopadhyay. And she got her education in Madras, London, Cambridge. That doesn't matter. Yeah. Which party she joined that time?
Indian National Congress.
Indian National Congress she joined. I just want to know कि she was much influenced by the vision and mission of who?
Your voice is breaking.
I just want to know she was much influenced by the vision and mission of who? Are you getting my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, she was much influenced by the vision and mission of Mahatma Gandhi and his idea of Swaraj. Now, a very important question. She married whom?
Uh, she married
Govindra
Govinda Rajulu Naidu.
Naidu.
Govinda Rajulu Naidu, who was a general physician. She married in 1898, and she was appointed the president of the Indian National Congress. Which year?
1925.
1925.
And she became the governor of the United Provinces. Which year?
1947.
1947.
1947. And she was the first lady to hold this post. Naidu's poetry includes both children poems and others written on more serious themes. Please mute getting background noise. नायडूज पोइट्री इंक्लूड्स बोथ चिल्ड्रन नायडू की जो पोयम है उसमें कुछ पोयम्स उनकी चिल्ड्रन पोयम्स है एंड अदर्स रिटन आर मोर सीरियस थीम्स इंक्लूडिंग पैट्रियटिज्म रोमांस एंड ट्रेजिडी उनकी पोयम में पैट्रियटिज्म है रोमांस है ट्रेजिडी है पब्लिश्ड इन 1912 उनकी जो पोयम है पहली बार पब्लिश हुई थी इन द बाजार ऑफ हैदराबाद इन द बाजार ऑफ हैदराबाद किसी मैगजीन का नाम रहा होगा जो आती थी 1912 में उनकी पोयम पब्लिश हुई थी remains one of her most popular poem published in 1912 in the bazaars of Hyderabad. This is the name of the poem. One of the most popular poems. She died of a cardiac arrest on 2nd March 1949. I just want to know when she died.
1949 to on 2
Second.
March 19.
2nd March 1949.
1949 Lucknow.
Yeah, cardiac attack. Cardiac attack. And
Cardiac arrest.
yeah, cardiac attack, yeah, cardiac arrest, and you find that what was the name of a poem that published in 1912?
In the bazaars of Hyderabad.
In the bazaars of
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. In the Hyderabad. Now just sharing another image. So you came to know about what? You came to know about his family. She was born in a Bengali family, Hyderabad, Chattopadhyay, got education Madras, London, Cambridge, and much influenced by Gandhi, joined Indian National Congress, contributed to make India free from British and married to Govinda Raju Naidu, who was a general physician in 1898. She was appointed as the president of the Indian National Congress in 1925, and she became the governor of the United Provinces, the first woman to hold this post. And now died on 2nd March 1949. And her poem in the Bazaars of Hyderabad published in 1912, and you find that what the poem she has written, her poems are children poems and others that deals with patriotism, romance, and tragedy. This information you just closing this sheet and sharing another one. So you came to know about her life, about her works, especially the political career. उन सब के बारे में एक general information you got. Now sharing another image. And in that image, you will come to know about especially her contribution that is as a poetess. Yeah, you find here you have to go with the second passage. Naidu's poetry is written in English and usually took the form of lyric poetry. ये क्वेश्चन एक बनेगा कि नायडू की पोइट्री किस फॉर्म में लिखी गई है लिरिक पोइट्री में Naidu's poetry is written in English and usually took the form of lyric poetry in the tradition of British Romanticism और उसी ट्रेडिशन में है जिसमें ब्रिटिश रोमांटिसिज्म की जो पोएम्स रही जिस पैटर्न पे वर्ड्सवर्थ लिखा करते थे जिस पैटर्न पे और लोग लिखा करते थे उसी पैटर्न पर ही लिखी गई है Another point you find In the tradition of the British Romanticism, which she was sometimes challenged to reconcile with her Indian nationalist politics. She was known for her vivid use of rich sensory images in her writing and for her lush depictions of India. It means that कि she wrote about India and she used beautiful images of India. उन्होंने भारत की एक खूबसूरत खूबसूरत तस्वीर पेश की है and wrote about India. और उनकी जो पोयम है lyric poem, a type of poem which is sung with music, yeah, in which we find the use of music. She was known for her vivid use of rich sensory images in her writing and for her lush depictions of India. She was well regarded as a poet, considered the Indian Yeats. ये एक बहुत सिग्निफिकेंट पॉइंट है. उनकी तुलना डब्ल्यू बी येट्स से की जाती है. डब्ल्यू बी येट्स एक ब्रिटिश पोएट थे और जो लगभग अगर कहा जाए कि उनके कंटेम्प्रेरी थे. डब्ल्यू बी येट्स की मौत 1939 में होती है, बाद में इनकी मौत होती है, तो लगभग उनके कंटेम्प्रेरी कहे जा सकते हैं या उनके सीनियर थे. तो अगर क्वेश्चन कम्स की शी इज कंपेयर टू विच पोएट, तो शी इज कंपेयर टू डब्ल्यू बी येट्स एंड शी इज नोन एज या शी इज कंसिडर्ड एज द इंडियन येट्स. हर फर्स्ट बुक ऑफ पोएम्स वाज पब्लिश्ड इन लंदन इन 1905. उनकी जो पहली बुक रही है जो पोएम्स का, ये क्वेश्चन भी बन सकता है, उनकी पहली जो पोएम रही है वो 1905 में पब्लिश हुई है और उसका क्या नाम था, द गोल्डन थ्रेशोल्ड. उसका क्या नाम था, द गोल्डन थ्रेशोल्ड. हर फर्स्ट बुक ऑफ पोएम्स वाज पब्लिश्ड in London in 1905, titled The Golden Threshold, Threshold, The Golden Threshold. You find that कि ये उनका पहला जो है पोएम रहा है, कलेक्शन ऑफ द पोएम, जो लंदन में पब्लिश हुई 1905 में. द पब्लिकेशन वाज सजेस्टेड बाय एडमंड बॉस एंड बोर इंट्रोडक्शन बाय आर्थर सीमल. बड़े लोगों ने इसमें इंट्रोडक्शन, आर्थर सीमल्स ने इंट्रोडक्शन लिखा, पब्लिकेशन का सजेशन एडमंड गॉस ने दिया था. इट आल्सो इंक्लूडेड अ स्केच ऑफ नायडू एज अ टीनेजर इन अ रफल्ड व्हाइट ड्रेस ड्रॉन बाय जॉन बटलर येट्स. Her second and most strongly nationalist book of poems, The Bird of Time. उनका जो सेकंड कलेक्शन ऑफ द पोएम था उसका क्या नाम था, द बर्ड ऑफ टाइम. दैट वाज द बर्ड ऑफ टाइम was published in 1912. ये कब पब्लिश हुआ था, 1912 में. It was published in both London and New York. ये दोनों था. एंड इंक्लूड्स, और इसी में पोएम उनका आया था इन द बाजार ऑफ हैदराबाद. ये चीज आपको ध्यान में रखना है. एक फेमस पोएम है इन द बाजार ऑफ हैदराबाद, और जो इन द बाजार ऑफ हैदराबाद है ये कौन सी कलेक्शन में आया हुआ है, द बर्ड ऑफ टाइम में. द लास्ट बुक ऑफ न्यू पोएम्स पब्लिश इन हर लाइफ टाइम, द ब्रोकन विंग. और एक कलेक्शन ऑफ द पोएम था द ब्रोकन विंग, was dedicated to मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना. जो किसको डेडिकेट किया गया था, मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना को डेडिकेट किया गया था. It includes the poem The Gift of India, critiquing the British Empire's exploitation of Indian mothers, which she had previously recited to the Hyderabad Ladies War Relief Association in 1915. It also a way with which she concluded a 1915 speech to the Indian National Congress. So you find that कि इस collection था, and you have to remember all these things. आई जस्ट नो कि उनकी जो पोयम है वो किस फॉर्म में लिखी गई, सॉनेट फॉर्म में लिखी गई है, लेख फॉर्म में लिखी गई या एलिजी फॉर्म में लिखी गई.
Lady poetry में.
Eligible.
या
Sir, lyric poetry में.
उनकी जो पोयम है वो लिरिक फॉर्म में लिखी. नाउ द सेकेंड क्वेश्चन इज दैट, especially when we talk about ki his her poems are composed in lyric form, you find the impact of British romanticism, French romanticism.
British romanticism.
British romanticism, yeah, that's good. British Romanticism. Wrote about which nation? She has presented the census. And did she write about British? Yeah, did she write about England? Yeah, did she write about India?
India.
About India.
Yeah, India. And she is compared with which poet?
Yeast.
Yeats and W.B. Yeats. उसका पूरा नाम W.B. Yeats, William Butler Yeats. So she is considered the Indian Yeats. Now, one of the most important question. Her first book of poems was
In London
The
in
Golden
1900.
Threshold.
her
Title
first book of poems, The Golden Threshold, published in 1905.
5.
Yeah. And who suggested to publish it?
Embedge Ghost.
Edmund Gould. And who has written introduction?
R3
Arthur
Simons.
Simons.
Arthur.
R.
Arthur Simmons.
Simons.
And you find that another collection was what? What was the name of another collection?
John
John Butler Yeats.
It's not the
Bird
collection.
of Time.
The Bird of Time. Another collection was her second and most strongly book of poems, The Bird of Time.
The Bird
Which
of
year? Which year it published? 1912. And in this collection, one of her most famous poem also published. What was the name of that poem?
Bazaar
in the
of
Bazaar
Hyderabad.
In the Bazaars of Hyderabad.
In the Bazaars of Hyderabad. Now you find that her third poem, collection of the poem, that was the name of The Broken Wing. It published in 1917. Who it was dedicated?
Muhammad Ali
Jinnah.
It was dedicated to Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Another point I just want to know, she became the president of Indian National Congress which year?
1925.
1925. Good. Yeah, good. And she became the governor of Uttar Pradesh?
1947.
47.
Yes, sir. 1947.
British Dominion. Yeah, so now you came to know about कि उनकी जो poem है lyric poetry है and she is compared with W.B. Yeats. Yeah, she is considered the Indian Yeats. You came to know about her first collection of the poem, The Golden Threshold, published in 1905, and the publication was suggested by Edmund Gosey, and introduction was written by Arthur Simons, and you find the second collection was The Bird of Time. It published in 1912, and in this collection a very famous poem came, In the Bazaars of Hyderabad, and the next collection was The Broken Wing 1917, that was dedicated to Muhammad Ali Jinnah. And in this poem you find The Gift of India. इसी poem में जो नेक्स्ट कलेक्शन द ब्रोकन विंग था उसी में द गिफ्ट ऑफ इंडिया, ये सब चीजें पूछा जा सकता है. हु हैज रिटन द गिफ्ट ऑफ इंडिया एंड who has written the broken wing, whom it was dedicated. These things you have to remember. Now sharing with you another file, another image. Yeah, sharing with you another image, and in that image you will the whole work of that poetess at a glance. At a glance में वो चीजें आपको मिलेगी. Now sharing with you this image, and you find what you find this point. You find this. उनका जो वर्क था क्या क्या था, एक नजर में हम लोगों को समझने की कोशिश करना है. 1905 में द गोल्डन थ्रेशोल्ड, ये चीज समझना है. ये नहीं जरूरी है कि लंदन में पब्लिश हुआ द पब्लिशर, नो नॉट एट. वी हैव टू कीप these things in our mind कि in 1905 द गोल्डन थ्रेशोल्ड, 1912 में द बर्ड्स ऑफ टाइम, Songs of Life, Death and the Spring, A.B. विलियम हेडमैन एंड न्यूयॉर्क में पब्लिश हुआ था। 1917 में द ब्रोकन विंग, 1917 में द सॉन्ग ऑफ द पालंकिन बियरस, जो एक लिरिक पोयम रही, बाय नायडू एंड म्यूजिक बाय मार्टिन शॉ। 1918 में द स्पीचेस एंड राइटिंग्स ऑफ सरोजनी नायडू। 1919 में एडिटर मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना and ambassador of unity, his speeches and writings. These things you find. So in this sheet you find कि 1905 में the golden threshold आया हुआ था, 1912 में the bird of the of time, songs of life and death, the spring you find, and इसी में जो है आपका एक पोयम था इन द बाजार ऑफ हैदराबाद, वो भी पब्लिश हुआ था। एंड इन 1917 द ब्रोकन विंग आया था, जिसमें उनकी एक पोयम द गिफ्ट ऑफ इंडिया आया हुआ था। द सॉन्ग ऑफ द पालंकिन बियरस, ये उनका लिरिक पोयम है, ये भी सिलेबस में है, हम लोगों को नहीं, यहाँ पे थर्ड ईयर वगैरह में कहीं पे चल रही है। द सॉन्ग ऑफ द पालंकिन बियरस लिरिक्स है। एंड 1918 में द स्पीचेस एंड राइटिंग्स ऑफ सरोजनी नायडू, 1919 में एडिटर मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना एंड एम्बेसडर ऑफ यूनिटी, हिज स्पीचेस एंड राइटिंग्स, 1912 से 17 विद द बायोग्राफिकल पेन पोर्ट्रेट ऑफ जिन्ना बाय नायडू, मद्रास गणेश एंड कंपनी से पब्लिश हुआ था। सो यू फाइंड हियर की दीज आर द वर्क्स ऑफ दैट लेडी। एक लास्ट शीट मुझे और आपको शेयर करनी है, जिसमें आप पाएंगे कि और उनका कुछ अगर वर्क होगा तो यू विल फाइंड क्या क्या रहा, 1905 में क्या आया, 1912 में क्या आया, 1917 में क्या आया, मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना को लेकर उन्होंने क्या बात कही हुई है। इन द बाजार ऑफ हैदराबाद उनका एक पोयम रहा है। अ गिफ्ट टू इंडिया एक उनका पोयम था। इन द पालंकिन बियरस क्या करके उसको एक पोयम था। सो दीज थिंग्स यू फाइंड। नाउ शेयरिंग द लास्ट इमेज ऑफ टुडेज सेशन एंड you will come to know the remaining works of that lady. So you find I think this 1917 में उनका क्या आया हुआ था, द ब्रोकन विंग। 1917 में द ब्रोकन विंग ये ऑलरेडी हम लोग पहले भी कवर कर चुके थे। फिर 1917 में द सॉन्ग ऑफ द पालंकिन बियरर्स पहले वाली इमेज में आ चुका था। 1918 में द स्पीचेस एंड राइटिंग्स ऑफ सरोजनी नायडू। 1919 यहाँ तक हम लोग उसी में कवर कर चुके थे, ये पॉइंट वी डिडंट फाइंड। 1928 में द सेप्टर्ड फ्लूट, सॉन्ग्स ऑफ इंडिया, ये 1928 में आया हुआ है। द सेप्टर्ड फ्लूट Poland, Songs of India, New York, Dot, Bean and Company, you find it there. 1961 में The Feather of Dawn, edited by Padmaja Naidu, Bombay, Asia Publishing House. So these things you find. I just want to know, whenever you go with these points, whenever you cover these points, remember that these are very significant points, and these points you have to keep in your mind, a very important point. I think now you all are doing very well, and now you came to know about Sarojni Naidu, you came to know about her contribution and about her works. So just revise and what the done for you जो पहले मैंने पढ़ाया उसे आप रिवाइज करिए. If I get time, inform you today about order today, but tomorrow's class की what will be tomorrow. If I get time, I will take a session tomorrow. ठीक है, ओके.